Good morning. I'm John Ellsworth, the founder of Success Strategies Incorporated and creator of the Success Strategies Advantage. And I want to welcome you to today's podcast that we are doing for Dairy Business News. And I have a guest today, a longtime client of mine for over 20 years, Paul Danbom from Brindeiro Danbom Dairy in Hillmar, California. And so Paul and I are going to be talking about some of the challenges that all dairymen are facing today, particularly in the areas of cash flow, manure management, trying to keep costs under control.
Looks like 2023 is going to be a rough year. There's no easy way around it. I would say that as of right now, of course, we always have a handful of little issues, and there's nothing we can do with the little issues. We're always going to have small issues. As my late partner used to say, if it was easy, everybody would do it. And we're definitely heading into a section that's not easy. Single-handedly, the biggest issue we have today is lack of profitability. Hopefully it's a short-term issue, but with feed costs of where they're at and milk income where it's at, it's just impossible to break even unless you have some type of milk contracted or something like that. And I think it was accelerated by the just out of control inflation, which no one seems to admit that's going on. For example, I sent one of my mechanics to the store on Friday, and I knew that these blades on this particular mower, they usually run about 97 cents a piece. And so I sent my mechanic to the store. I said, yeah, just get a case. It should be about $100. Mechanic comes back and he says, hey, boss, those blades were $330. And I said, what the heck are you talking about? So I called the store and I said, hey, what's going on? Or what, and they informed me that, nope, a year and a half ago, those blades were right around $1 a piece. And since then, they've actually gone to like $3.23 or something. And I don't think that everyone fully grasps the inflationary costs of what it's costing to do business.
And I think that's the benefit of, you and I have talked about this for a long time, the benefit of if we measure something like cash flow every month, if we measure it, we can understand it. We understand that we can then control it better. And of course, if you can control it, you can then improve it. So, and your operations come a long way in those measurements. When you think about, though, the benefits of tracking cash flow regularly, let's talk about diversification. You've done a pretty good job with your operation. We've been able to implement some diversification into trees and and you might even talk about manure management and what you've been able to export in terms of manure, things like that.
I feel like it's another feather or another jewel in our crown when it comes to dealing with bankers. When the bank sits down and looks at our operation, we're not just a dairy farm. We're a dairy farm. We're an almond farm. We're a corn farm. We raised our heifers in-house. We're, by doing a lot of this, by that diversification, I feel like it changes the tone the bank has with us.
Yeah, I would agree. I think you and I have experienced a lot of growth in your bank relationships. And
yes. And then we're also moving forward for the digester. And we are breaking ground in November of 2023 on our digester. And though it's not free, there's a lot of grants out there to help it. And we're looking at making a 20-year income stream on the backside.
Sure. Another form of diversification, if you will.
Another form of diversification.